Welcome back to Cole's Dragon Age Headcanon. This episode we're going over why I chose to ally with the Mages. I want to make something clear right off the bat, and that is that I truly feel for the Templars. A lot of them, like Cerberus, are good people. There are some great men and women among them. The same could be said for the Mages. They aren't all resentful of the world, or power hungry. There are good and bad people on both sides. I would feel horrible for whichever group I didn't recruit, especially knowing what happens to them now. So what it comes down to is actually very simple.
After they are properly trained, they will join our legion.
You said not all my people would be military. There are children, those not suited.
And one day I'm sure they will all be productive citizens of the Imperium when their debts are paid.
Did you hear that? Maybe you missed it. Let's run that back.
You said not all my people would be military. There are children, those not suited. There are children, those not suited. There are children, there are children, there are children.
Not on my watch. Something to remember here is that the Inquisitor doesn't actually know at the time what we know now. He or she doesn't know what will happen to the Templars until after the choice is made. But the Mages? After this scene, we know a Tevinter Magister has essentially enslaved them, seized Redcliffe Castle, and, after talking to Dorian, is messing around with time magic. Even without that last bit, the Inquisition cannot just allow Alexius to conscript the Mages into an army, let alone remain in Redcliffe Castle. Before making the decision, all we know about the Templars is that there are some good and bad people among them, but they marched off to do nothing after their leader told us to go screw ourselves. Call me crazy, but this is not a difficult decision. Like I said, I feel terrible about what happens to them, but I think of it like this. If any of those good Templars like Cerberus knew what was happening with the Mages at Redcliffe, they would have made the same decision in a heartbeat, rescuing the Mages. The part that might differ is whether to conscript them or ally with them. Personally, I chose to ally with them for a few reasons. Number one is this.
The breach threatens all of Thedas. We cannot afford to be divided now. We can't fight it without you. Any chance of success requires your full support. We need them to close the breach. It's not going to work if we make enemies of them.
And it's not like we're giving them total power or anything.
You mages are our allies, not our wards. Act like it.
I also recognize that there are some less than noble mages among them, like Linnea.
Don't tell me you bought the Chantry's lies about how evil Tevinter is.
However, conscripting them will likely only lead to the same problem as before, making mages like herself feel resentful of people holding power over them. And of course there's danger for mages already like that, but we have a better chance at placating them as allies rather than as authorities. Again, they join as equals and allies, and they are certainly not above the law. And besides all that, for role-playing reasons, I can't really rationalize any of my characters doing differently. I only have 2 or 3 that I could actually see going to the Templars, and they end up conscripting them. The reason for that is mainly that the Templar order was practically broken by the end. While we could help them rebuild, I don't really see how that's better. Reforming as Knights of the Inquisition would be simpler, and the order would still be fulfilling its purpose. With the Inquisition being an independent organization for the foreseeable future, and the fact that the immediate danger is from demons and rogue mages, this would allow for a more consolidated and effective effort against the forces of evil. We can discuss their future after the immediate crisis is over. Besides, if they rebuild, what are they going to do next? They'll continue to hunt demons and rogue mages. Why not do so as Knights of the Inquisition? While I have no doubt that the remaining Templars under Cerberus could once again be a force for good, I feel like it makes more sense to take them in and renew them rather than restore them. Not to mention the fact that an alliance will lead to the Templars having more power than ever before, because that worked well the last time. So there you have it, guys, my personal headcanon for the end of the Mage Rebellion. Be sure to comment and like. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you later.